Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fraser Field for a big one in the city of Lynn. This is the Babe Ruth 16-18 regional, could-be championship final. Lynn is undefeated 3-0. Cape Cod comes in at 2-1. Their one loss was to Lynn on Saturday night here. They got rained out on Sunday. Had to push it to today because Navigators were playing Sunday and Monday. So this is Tuesday afternoon. Cape Cod has to win this one, and then one game will follow immediately after this for Cape Cod to have a shot at going to New York. Lynn has to win this one or the next one out of two. Hello. Yeah. Not this message. Call the home phone. Listen to that message. They just pointed it out to me. They just called the number from here and played it back to me. And it's your mother making a fool out of herself. I know. Okay. So Lynn is the home team. Cape Cod wearing a little different uniforms, almost like a softball uniform. Nathan Amica, the center fielder, will lead it off for Cape Cod. David Furtado on the mound from Bishop Fenwick. And we have a sprinkling of English classical St. Mary's. Bishop Fenwick, Swampscott in this Lynn team. Pitch in for a strike. Coach Donovan, Coach Elwell, leading the Lynn contingent. Swing and a miss. Wide for a ball. Elwell tried to pull it back. Good waste pitch by Furtado. Hit right back to the mound. Nice play by Furtado. That goes by. You don't know what happens. He sucked the glove out, picked it, made the nice play, and he throws Amica out for the first out of the ball game. One up, one down for Michael Frazier, the second baseman. So I mentioned Cape Cod had to play Worcester twice. Line shot to left. Ouellette is there to make the play. Almost came in too far. At the last minute, he reached up and caught it over his head. Frazier hit that a ton. Ouellette takes it away. Can't hit any better than Frazier just hit it. But Ouellette almost took one step too many in toward home plate. Reached up, picked it over his shoulder for the second out. Down and away for a ball. Nick Carr, the right fielder, is the hitter. In for a strike. A lot of Cape Cod fans have made the trip up. Line to right field for a base hit. So Carr gets the first hit of the ball game. Stephen Kalanick. He's the pitcher. He throws lefty, bats lefty. Let's see if they try to get a runner in scoring position with a stolen base. Down and away for a ball. Furtado from Bishop Fenwick had a good year. Swing and a miss. Chased that one a little bit outside. Furtado got a little bit of help with that pitch. And it's 1-1. The runner takes off, and he's in. They took a little too long throwing the ball, then they threw it high. If they had him, if they just turned and threw it to second base, they waited. And they waited too long, and Carr stole the base. Looked like he made a bad move. He didn't anticipate the motion for Furtado, but it pays off for him. Hit foul to the screen. So Furtado didn't help himself there. He waited too long to throw it and then threw it high. Carr slid under the tag. Hit foul out of play. Decent little crowd for this one, considering it's 1 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. And most of the fans are from Cape Cod. High and tight for a ball. And we got our first deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Chased that pitch that was way outside. That's a big strikeout. So we get a base hit and a stolen base, but they leave him at second. So Lynn has a chance to get on the board first. For Lynn will be Joe Marmoretta from Lynn English, the second baseman, leading off. St. Mary's Kyle Ouellette, the left fielder who speared that line drive, will bat second. Playing shortstop from Lynn Classical, A.J. Luciano. Also from Classical, David Bernard, the first baseman, batting fourth. Batting fifth is the extra hitter, Anthony Nikolakakis from St. Mary's. Brett Buckland, the right fielder from Classical, hits number 6. Another St. Mary's player, Colin Reddy, the center fielder, batting 7th. From Swampscott, catching and batting 8th, Zach Elwell. From Lynn Classical, the third baseman, Deshaun Anderson, batting 9th. And the pitcher, David Furtado, will hit in the number 10 spot. And that's not a mistake I made. They are batting 10. You can have an extra hitter. You don't have to, but you can have an extra hitter if you choose. And both teams have chosen to have an extra hitter. Steven Kalanick, the big lefty on the mound. I mean big, he's a big boy. I'll do the Cape Cod lineup quickly. I didn't do that in the top of the inning. Nathan Amica, the center fielder, leads off. Playing second and batting second, Michael Frazier. The right fielder, Nick Cobb, bats third. In a cleanup spot is the pitcher, Steven Kalanick. Ryan Proto, the catcher, bats fifth. Batting sixth and playing third base, Mac Labage. The shortstop, batting seventh, is Zach Landry. The extra hitter, Alex Novacon, hits number 8. Batting ninth and playing left field, Kevin Correa. And the first baseman, hitting number 10, is Griffin McDermott. So Joe Marmoretta will try to get it started for Lynn. They would like to get rid of it in this game. They don't want to push it to an if necessary game. Lynn can win it, move on to New York with a win here. In for a strike. Missing inside for a ball. On the corner for a strike. Good pitch. Kalanick works quickly. Doesn't take much time. Way wide for a ball. Proto had to go way out to his right to pick that one. People still coming in. Good to see. Hit on the ground to second base. way to his left, and Michael Frazier makes a nice defensive play and throws Moretta out. One up, one down. Kyle Ouellette, very good hockey player too for St. Mary's. Leaves St. Mary's with a state championship. They won it not this past year, the year before. Get to play at Boston Garden and win the state championship. It's a big thrill. Hit over the second baseman's head. That'll be a base hit. So both teams have a hit. A.J. Luciano, the shortstop, he's finishing up a terrific career at Lynn Glasgow. He had last 2 years for A.J. were outstanding. This year against Winthrop, he hit for the cycle at Winthrop. He's got power, he can hit, he can run, and very good defensively. Up and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. Got his money's worth and swung right through it. That's not the real good move over the first. That's one of those moves where we hope you think that's the good move and you get a good sized lead and we pick you off. On the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Lynn shortstop. Lines it up in the seats, foul. Little late swing, picked that one off his ear. Down and in, nice play by the catcher. Good stop by Proto. That was ticketed for the backstop. Pop back foul. That's going to make it up over the screen and out of play, over everything. Hit in the air to straightaway center field. Coming in, almost lost it in the sun, had to back up a little bit. Staying with it was Amica. He was playing shallow to begin with. I took a couple of steps in, had to take a step back. Blocked the sun with his glove and made the play. So 2 outs with the runner at first. David Bernard, the first baseman, on the corner for a strike. Good pitch. David grew up in my backyard. His family are very close friends with myself and my wife. High and tight for a ball. Thought about it, didn't pull the trigger. High again for a ball, 2-1. Cape Cod got a little bit of a break. They had to play, they lost it. Lynn Saturday, they had to play right again against Worcester Saturday. If they had to come back on Sunday, they would have been looking for some pitching, especially if they had to win 2 games. Low and inside for a ball. But by getting rained out Sunday and not being able to play Monday, they get a couple of extra days, so their pitching is a little better off than it would have been if they had to play on Sunday. David thought that was ball 4. He started first base. Umpire said strike 2. So an automatic hit and run. The runner at first will be off and running on the 3-2 pitch. And that's ball 4. So Lynn does Cape Cod one better. They get runners at first and second with 2 outs. Anthony Nikolakakis. It's going to be a great trip for Anthony. He was on the Babe Ruth team that went to the Nationals or region or World or whatever you call it in South Dakota with the younger Babe Ruth team. Now he's got a chance to go on the regional tournament that Lynn team won was here at Frazier Field, so he had a chance to do it again. Hit foul back. It's a couple of plays. I think Durant was on that team. Brett Buckland might have been on that team. So 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the first. Lynn trying to get on the board first. They're not playing deep enough in the outfield. If Anthony hits it, he's got a lot of power. On the inside corner, he took it, and it's strike 3. So both teams leave a runner in scoring position. Lynn leaves 2 on with the walk and the hit. Both innings end with a strikeout. And at the end of 1, we're right back where we started. We started dead even. At the end of 1, we're still dead even. Lynn, nothing. Cape Cod, nothing at the end of 1. Brian Proto, the catcher, leads off the second inning against David Furtado. Lynn's playing a lot deeper in the outfield than Cape Cod was playing. Chopped out in front. Nice play by Furtado. Gets to it quickly and throws him out. Just a little chopper. Almost like a swinging bunt. So both the first and the second inning start with a throw out at first base by Furtado, the pitcher. Mac Labage, the third baseman, is the hitter. Hits it foul up in the seats. Hit in the air to left center field. Long run for Reddy. Can't get there. All the way back to the fence. In with a stand-up double. He hit that a long way. Almost hit the warning track on the fly. So again, Cape Cod has a runner in scoring position, this time with 1 out for Zach Landry, the shortstop. Ready with a long run in center field for that one. He split left and center. Squares the bunt, takes it inside for a ball. High for a ball. Didn't show a bunt that time. On the corner for a strike. Let's see if he tries to bunt now. Nice stop by Zach Elwell. So Landry can be fussy here with the count 3-1. That's ball 4. First walk given up by Furtado puts runners at first and second for Alex Novakon, the extra hitter. He's a good-sized young man. Over but low. Wide for a ball. And Coach Dunn was going to come out and talk to his pitcher. And it's going to bring a conference out to the mound. So Lynn got into it when they had 2 on. Now Cape Cod's getting into it, their bench and their fans. And fans outnumber the Lynn fans here. They got a lot of people made the trip from the Cape. So an easy out on one pitch, back to the mound, but then a shot to left center field for a double and a walk. Put runners at first and second with 1 out. And the umpire is coming out to try and shorten the confab. It never fails. Just as the umpire gets to the dirt on the mound, they break it up. The mound is the only dirt. Everything is turf all around the infield, foul territory behind third base. The only grass out there is out in the outfield. And that'll be changing, I think, next year. Swing and a miss. Thanks to Fisher College, we're going to have turf in the outfield, which will make this place even better. Good pitch for a strike. Reaches for that one, stays alive, just got a piece. Big strikeout by Furtado. Two-way for Kevin Carrera, the left fielder. Hitting from the left side. Swing and a miss. Foul tip held on to by Elwell. So Furtado 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Correa 1 swing of the bat away from possibly giving Cape Cod the lead in the game. The runners take off. And they steal second and third. That takes away the force on any base. So they were running on the pitch. Now they got 2 in scoring position. Strike 3, dropped the off-speed curveball, changed up, little lollipop, change up curve. What a terrific pitch. So back-to-back strikeouts gets Furtado out of a jam, especially after the double steal. Three strikeouts in 2 innings for Furtado, none bigger than those 2. And we'll move into the bottom of the second inning. And again, Lynn will have a chance to get the lead. It'll be 6, 7, and 8. Brett Buckland calling ready Zach Elwell to face Stephen Halenik, who'll be starting his second inning of work, the big left-hander. So they threatened the long double by LaBage, followed by the walk. the double steal, but two big strikeouts, back-to-back strikeouts. And that last pitch was picture perfect, just off speed, little lazy curveball that just dropped in and froze the hitter. So Brett Buckland will look to get it started, the right fielder. Buckland can also pitch. Swinging and a miss, good fastball. High for a ball. These obviously the two best teams in the region are right here. So whoever wins today, whether it's Cape Cod winning 2 or Lynn winning 1, they're going to be the best representative for the region in New York. And there's not much to choose between these two teams. Jammed him in sight, and he swung right through it. And it's 2-2. Thought about it, just held up as the pitch was down and away. Almost swung at that pitch. He thought that one was down and away too, but they ring him up, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts, one to end the first, now to start the second. Colin ready. And I shouldn't have needed a reminder, but Colin Reddy certainly reminds me that there's a tremendous void in the stands for this game. Because sitting in the stands rooting young Colin on and rooting this Lynn team on normally would be Tom Reddy. He was a tremendous proponent for all the Lynn teams, especially those with his grandkids. He was at a ton of athletic events, and unfortunately he passed away last week. And he had a humongous wake at Solomini's, and at St. Pius Church was filled. And a great tribute to a terrific man. He was one of the best gentlemen I've ever met. I've known him for many, many years. We're right about the same age. I've known him all my life, and I was blessed to have him as a friend and a great family member. Family well known in the city. We're going to miss for strike 3. So you have a void like Tom Reddy, you don't fill it. Nobody takes the place of Tom Reddy. It just, the hole stays, and we suffer through the loss. So God bless him. Hopefully he's watching over his family, and God bless his family. Hoping they get rid of that very difficult time. In for a strike, Zach Elwell. Another hockey player had a nice game against the Jets. I'm sorry to say, the Lynn Jets in the semifinals of the state tournament. Helped Swampscott to beat Lynn in the semis and go on to the finals. And he had a very good year for the baseball team, getting some big hits. He got a huge hit in the first game against Cape Cod. 2 big hits. And I don't envy him or Proto. Today it is very, very hot. And to be behind home plate with all that gear on and all that equipment on is not an easy task. Line to the right field. They're going to try and throw him out. And they do. That's a very unusual 9-3 putout. He hit it too good. Nick Carr, the right fielder, played that like an infielder. Charged it virtually on one hop and fired a strike to the first baseman McDermott. So a very rare 9-3 putout ends the second inning. And we're still dead even at the end of two. Lynn nothing, Cape Cod nothing. Bottom of the order, Griffin McDermott, then back to the top of the order here as we start the third inning. McDermott, the first baseman, got that putout on that. Rare, very rare, 9-3 putout to end the bottom of the second inning. Furtado starts his third inning of work as McDermott swings and misses at the first pitch. Quickly, 2 strikes. Up and away, try to get him a chase. Good waste pitch by Furtado. Swing and a miss. That's 3 in a row for Furtado. 2 to end the second, 1 to start the third. Nathan Emica led off the ball game. Hit it well, but bounced it right back to the pitcher. Furtado made a nice play and threw him out. Down and in for a ball. Furtado's not overpowering. He doesn't throw that 80-mile-an-hour fastball, but he moves the ball around. Wide for a ball, 2-0. Popped up. It bounces. Both of them had it. I think they both lost it in the sun. It'll be a base hit. Nobody touched it. Luciano came over to try to help. Moretta was there looking for it. Now Moretta's going to try and use Anderson's sunglasses. A little too late. So Emica gets a gift with a base hit. Luciano tried to help out. He was there, and it fell right between the two of them. Michael Frazier hit it right on the nose and lined it to Ouellette in left field. In for a strike. So Emica gets a gift. Cape Cod gets a base runner with 1 out. High for a ball. Quick throw over easily back is Emica. The runner takes off. He got a big jump. In with a stolen base. 2 for 2 stolen bases. 3 for 3 actually. And actually 4 for 4 because of a double steal second and third. So for the third inning in a row, Cape Cod has a runner in scoring position. Second time with 1 out. Curveball hit him. Hung up and in and hit him. So for the second inning in a row, they got first and second with 1 out. Nick Carr got a base hit his first time up, hitting it into right field. Wide for a ball. So Furtado again has to pitch himself out of difficulty. Hit foul up in the seats. Slices it foul down the right side into that grassy knoll behind first base. Wow, thought about it, held up and just a little bit high. Awful close to being strike three. Line over the second baseman's head. They're not going to score because they thought it was going to be caught. And Moretta almost made a great play, just over his glove, and they had to wait to see if it would be caught because they were going to get. Runner at first would have been doubled off if he caught it. Runner at second had to hold up. So with the base hit, they can only go to second and third, but that loads the bases. And Stephen Kalanick can help himself here. He struck out the first time. He's up now with the bases loaded. They shorten up at first and third. Hits it foul out of play. So pitcher against pitcher here. Foul it again. 2 quick strikes. Furtado would love to get a strikeout right here. That was just almost perfect for Lynn. Just missed getting a double play. High and tight for a ball. Solid shot to left center field. It's in the gap. 3 runs are going to score. Kalanick certainly helped himself. A bases clearing double. Emeka, Frazier, Carr scoring all the way from first base. No question that was in the gap as soon as he hit it. He's a big, strong young man. He drilled that one. Same spot that Labage hit it for his double. And everybody running scores easily, and Cape Cod grabs a big 3-0 lead. Coach Donovan out to talk to the troops. And I saw Devin Curley hustle out to the bullpen to loosen up. Again, started easily with a strikeout. Then a hit batsman that they were about a foot or less away from a double play to end the inning. And Moretta, went as high as he could go, and it just missed picking that off. It would have been a double play, and the inning would have been over. In for a strike. Ryan Proto, the catcher, hit the first pitch he saw back to the mound and got thrown out by Furtado. And he gets hit. I think it was the game against Cape Cod that Lynn had 4 hit batsmen. They had 1 inning against the Cape to win the game. So first and second with 1 out. Mac Labage. Off-speed curveball in for a strike. He drilled it into left center field to the fence for a double. Wound up getting stranded at third base. Down and away for a ball. Way wide for a ball. Elwell had to go well and get that one. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2. Lined into left field for a base hit. They hold the runner at third. So once again, the bases are loaded with one out. Four hits and 2 hit batsmen. Zach Landry, the shortstop, drew a walk, has 1 trip. Line right to center field, right at ready. That'll be enough to bring a run home. So Landry gets it done. Solid shot right at the center fielder. So the top 4 hitters in the order have scored in this inning. Swing and a miss. Alex Novikon was struck out swinging. His 1 trip. High and tight for a ball. The runners take off, swing and a miss. They do it again. They steal second and third. So again, it takes away the easy force at any base in the infield on a ground ball. That's going to make it up in the seats. Jammed him up and in. He fouled it again up in the seats. Staying alive, hits it up in the screen. And it stays up in the screen. Popped up. Reddy coming on from center field. Makes the play. But Cape Cod gets on the board. They send 9 to the plate. 4 base hits, 2 hit batsmen, a sacrifice fly. They put 4 on the board. And Lynn has got a hole to dig themselves out of. Cape Cod trying to force that if necessary game. Takes a step forward with a big 4-run third inning. For Lynn, it'll be 9-10-1 as they try to dig themselves out. Stephen Kalanick, the pitcher, helping himself with a bases-loaded 3 RBI double. We told you Cape Cod beat Worcester, then lost to Lynn on Saturday, and it beat Worcester in the last game on Saturday night to go 2-1 and make it to this, what could be the final game or the semifinal game. Lynn knocked off New Hampshire, Connecticut, and then beat Cape Cod Saturday. And they're actually in the driver's seat, 3-0. They have to win 1 of 2. Cape Cod has to win 2. But you don't want to give Cape Cod any momentum, having them win this game going into an if necessary game. Tayshawn Anderson will lead it off for Lynn. Anderson, the third baseman. Low for a ball. In for a strike. Line foul down at that grassy knoll. The 1-2 pitch, before it comes, Tayshawn Anderson asks for time and gets it. Jammed him up and in, protected the plate, fouls it off. Hit up the middle. Backhand. Gets thrown away. Anderson will scoop to second base. Almost a great play by the second baseman, but he bounced it. Anderson will reach on the error. Frazier with a great play would have had him, but he bounced it to first base. And we got a pinch hitter. Kevin Durant is going to hit for Furtado. I would assume that means Devin Curley is going to be the new pitcher. Tried a bunt and missed it. Shortened up at first and third for Cape Cod. Top of the order, Joe Marmoretta on deck. In for a strike. So it's 0-2. Squared like he was going to bunt even with 2 strikes. Took it down and in. Low again. McDermott, the first baseman, charging. They're trying to anchor the third baseman. Up and away, had him 2 strikes. Now he's got to come in with a pitch or put him on. The payoff pitch. Durant squares. Tries the button, fouls it off. It'll be a strikeout. So the runner stays at second with 1 out. Loretta had a base hit taken away by Frazier. Made a nice play going way to his left. Where the ball looked like it was going into right field, leading off the first inning. Threw him out at first. Up and in for a ball. Up and away for a ball. Low for ball 3. So Morella's got to take at least 1, maybe 2. At least 1 or 2. And 4 pitches, he walks him. So for the second time in the game, Lynn has 2 on, this time with 1 out. They had 2 on in the first, but there were 2 outs. Kyle Ouellette has the only base hit for Lynn so far. He dumped one in the right center field. On the corner for a strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count to the Lynn left fielder. Strike 3 called on the corner. Good pitch. Five strikeouts for Kalanick. 2 in each of the second and third. A.J. Luciano hit it right to the center fielder as 1 trip. In for a strike. They bounced that one. Actually bounced it off Luciano. He got hit. So an error, a walk, and a hit batsman have loaded the bases. 2 outs for David Bernard, who drew a walk. His 1 trip. Three on, 2 out. High for a ball. And that's going to bring a trip out to the mound. An error started the inning. A strikeout, a walk, a strikeout. And Luciano got hit. So without, The only ball put in play was the ball thrown away at first base. But a walk and a hit batsman helped to load the bases. But now with a chance to get Lynn back in the game. Anthony Nikolakakis on deck, hoping he gets a shot. Chop, big hop to the second baseman. He'll make the play himself at second. So Lynn threatens. They load the bases, but it came with 2 outs. We finished 3 here at Frazier Field. Cape Cod with that big 4-run third inning leads Lynn 4-0 at the end of 3. 9-10-1 as Nick Reiser from Bishop Fenwick will be the new pitcher. So Furtado goes 3, gives up 4 runs, 6 hits. Walk 1, struck out 4, hit 2. And those 2 hit batsmen both came in the third inning. One of them scored. The runs were all earned on the corner for a strike. Quickly 0-2. Carrera was called on strikes his first trip. That was against Furtado. Up and away for a ball. Chopped down the first base side, foul. Into the first base coach's box. Dropped down and in, almost hit him. Strike 3 call, good pitch. Griffin McDermott struck out swinging his 1 trip. Hit foul to the backstop. Swing and a miss. Reiser can't keep his hat on. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Good pitch. Elwell set up outside. Reiser threw it right on the glove. Impressive start for Reiser. 2 batters, 2 called, 3rd strikes. Nathan Amica bounced to the pitcher, but then singled. He started the 4-run uprising. Scored the first run. Off-speed curveball drops in for a strike. On the corner, strike 2. Curveball just hung inside as he loses his hat again. Just hung inside. Took something off. Almost got him. Up and away. Yeah, we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. That's an impressive inning by Riza. 3 up, 3 down, strikeouts. But Lynn's got to go to work offensively. We're halfway through the ball game. Then we'll have 5, 6, and 7. Anthony Nikolakakis. Brett Buckland calling ready the scheduled hitters. Steven Kalanick will start his 4th inning of work. He's been in trouble in 2 of them, but both times it was with 2 outs. And you get out of it both times. Nikolakakis was called on strikes his first trip. Down and away for a ball. Popped up. Jammed him. Just tapped it about 10, 15 feet in the air out in front of the plate. Kalanick, the pitcher, comes on and makes the play. One up, 1 down, 1 pitch. Brett Buckland was called on strikes his first trip. He worked the count full. Pitch, he thought it was down and away. Caught the outside corner. Lined in the right center field for a base hit. Jumped on the first pitch. Hit it between the second baseman and the second base bag. Calling ready, struck out swinging. In for a strike. On the inside corner, Reddy didn't like it. Quickly 0-2. Off the catcher. The wild pitch moves the runner up. So Lynn has another runner in scoring position. Hit back to the mound. Easy play. 2 plays in the inning by Kalanick. A put out and assist. The runner has to hold at second. 2-way now for Zach Elwell, who thought he had a base hit, lined it in the right field. And Nick Carr, the right fielder, became an infielder. Charged it. Got it on a hop. Threw a strike to first base and threw Elwell out to rear 9-3 put out. On the inside corner for a strike. Wide for a ball. Nice stop by Proto again, the catcher. Hit foul. And again, we got deuce as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. With a runner at second base. Threw it, broke down and in. Elwell swung right through it. So he's got at least 1 strikeout in every inning, Kalanick. So Lynn gets another runner in scoring position and leaves him there again. We played 4 full in this possible regional final. 1 big inning for Cape Cod is the difference. Cape Cod 4, Lynn nothing. 2, 3, and 4 for Cape Cod as we start the 5th inning. Michael Frazier hit a line shot that Ouellette picked in left field. Last time he got hit by a pitch and scored a run. Curveball hangs inside and low for a ball. Hit high in the air, long run for Reddy over to left center field. He was shading right center field. He had to go a long way to track that down. Frazier hit it well. Reddy tracked it down. Nick Carr was perfect. He's got 2 base hits. He scored 1 of the runs in the 3rd inning. He also made that big play, a defensive play, throwing a runner out at first base on what would have been a base hit. Hit foul. So that fly to center field breaks the streak of Riza facing 3 hitters and striking out 3. Curveball hangs inside. Hit foul to the backstop. I talked about how tough it is for the catchers with all the equipment. I'm looking at Proto, the catcher. He's chasing the foul balls. Curveball. Gets a piece, punches it toward the third base coach. Curveball again hangs inside. He bounced that one. Once again, he lost his hat. So he was ahead. Now he's got to come in with a pitch. Hit foul back out of play. Carr hanging around. Making Rise to throw some pitches. Hit to center field. Ready, almost in his tracks. Couple of steps, he was playing over to right center again. They're almost playing Cape Cod to go the other way. Stephen Hallinick, they got him the first time, he struck out. But he got them the second time. He drilled a double into left center field with the bases loaded, knocking in 3 of the 4 runs. And then he scored on a sacrifice fly. So he's been involved in all the runs. A long run can't get there. It drops in for a base hit. So Hallinick, went the other way. Dropped it in for a base hit. And we're going to get a runner for him at first base. Ryan Proto, the catcher, was bounced to the pitcher and got hit by a pitch. Swing and a miss. Down and away for a ball. Down and in for a ball. Up and away for a ball. Hit way up in the air. Anderson with a shot. In foul territory, makes the play. So the 2-out hit is wasted. Left at first base. It's getting a little bit late for Lynn. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Nine, 10, and 1 for Lynn in the bottom of the 5th. They need to get the offense going. They're down 4-0. This was similar to the first game, Lynn and Cape Cod, except it was Lynn that had the one inning that decided the game. Cape Cod had 1 inning here, where after a strikeout, 4 straight hitters scored. 4 hits, a couple of hit batsmen. along with a sacrifice fly. And the pitcher, Kalanick, has accounted for all four. He doubled in 3, scored the 4th on a sacrifice fly. They'll re-enter him. They ran for him at first. They'll re-enter him back on the mound. I talked about how tough it is for the catchers. Tough for the umpires, too. They stay out in that, and it really is brutal heat. The players at least can get in the dugout, get in the shade a little bit. Umpires have to stay out there and bear it. The one change I didn't announce, Cal Pucho, or Pucho, I'll say it both ways, hope I get it right once, went in to play left field. Tayshawn Anderson reached on an infield error. That was the only inning that Lynn got a run as far as third base. They loaded the bases, but with 2 outs. Kalanick got a force out at second for the 3rd out to get out of it. Anderson, I don't see Reiser on deck. We might have a pinch hitter. Now I see Reiser on deck, so he is going to hit. Pitching with the first 2 pitches. Down and in, he misses with the first 3. On 4 pitches, Anderson is on for the 2nd time. 3rd walk given up by Kalanick. Reiser will be up for the first time. Top of the order on deck. That's 5 in a row out of the strike zone. Garbage, the 3rd baseman, playing way up. In for a strike. It breaks the streak of 5 in a row out of the strike zone. Hit foul up in the screen. And now we got 2 of them up there. Swing and a miss. So again, he keeps his streak intact, at least 1 strikeout in every inning. Joe Marmoretta had a hit taken away in the 1st inning on a nice play by the 2nd baseman, Frazier. Walked the last time up. Another nice stop. Boy, the catcher Proto does a very nice job. Up and away for a ball. Kate Card was running the bases. Lynn hasn't tried to steal anything. Not getting very far off the base against the left-hander. Hard shot to third. They throw it away. They throw it into right field. Wow. Wow. That's a tough call at second base.
Horrible. Wow.
Anderson's going to reach third on the error. It looked like Moretta was going to reach second on the error. That's a tough call. It looked like he beat the throw, but umpire on top of the play called him out. Ouellette has singled and called out on strikes. That's a tough out. In for a strike. So Cape Cod got some help there. Hit foul back. Up in the screen. And that one stays there. So we got a trifecta up in the screen. 3 baseballs. Swing and a miss. They have to throw him out at first. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Lynn leaves their second runner at third base. We finished 5 here at Frazier Field. That 1 third inning, the difference. Cape Cod 4, Lynn nothing. 6, 7, and 8 for Cape Cod. We told you this is do or die for Cape Cod, but right now they're looking to push it to an if necessary game with a 4-0 lead. All the runs coming in the third inning. And the pitcher doing all the damage. 3 RBI double. Wound up at third. Scored on a sacrifice fly. He's been involved in all 4 runs. In for a strike. Nick Reiser starting his 3rd inning of work. Good pitch on the corner for strike 2. Mac LaBarge doubled and singled. He also stole 2 bases. Reaches for that and pops it up. Nice try by David Bernard. All out dive. Protecting the plate. LaBarge just reached out and tapped it by first base. Wasn't from lack of effort that David Bernard didn't make that play. Popped up to the infield. Deshaun Anderson gives Coach Donovan Elwell a few more gray hairs as he picks that one almost off the turf behind the mound. Reiser was going to try and make the catch. He bailed out, and Anderson stepped in and made the play. So they get LaBarge for the first time. Zach Landry has walked and hit a sacrifice fly. So he hasn't been up officially yet, but he's got an RBI with the sacrifice fly. That one bounces to the backstop. And again, Reiser loses his hat. swing and a miss. Again, a nice little crowd here for this one, considering it's 1 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. Cape Cod brought quite a few. I see some of the younger Babe Ruth kids. It's good that they're coming. Nice pitch on the corner for a strike. The 1-2 pitch. Just hung inside. Tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. Down and in for a ball. Just missed a few times with that curveball. Straightaway center field, ready coming in several steps. Makes the play. So Lavage and Landry have been perfect. Riza gets both of them starting the inning. Alex Novacon has struck out and fly to center. And that one hits him. And that wasn't Novacon. That was Andrew Cassidy. In for a strike. This is Kyle Pucho. On the corner again. That one might have been a little bit of a gift. Wide for a ball. Riza can't keep that cap on. Hit to first base. It bounced foul. Here, Bernard was all set to make the tag for the play. It just kicked out. One, two, the count to the Cape Cod left fielder. He came in replace of Kevin Carrera. Hit the other way. Olette. Nice play. Gets to it. Looked like it might drop for a minute. Olette got to it quickly. He made the play. So the hit batsman doesn't hurt. So it gets a little bit later for Lynn now. We're going into the bottom of the 6th. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for Lynn. They need an inning. Kalanick will start his 6th inning of work. He's been tough. He's put a couple of runners on, but he's been tough with people on base. The only 1-2-3 inning was the second, and that was the inning where it looked like Elwell got a base hit to right field, but got thrown out by the right fielder at first base on a very nice defensive play. Other than that, Lynn has had base runners every inning, but they haven't been able to put anything together. They only have 2 base hits. A.J. Luciano has flied to center field and got hit by a pitch. Luciano, David Bernard, Anthony Nikolakakis trying to get something going against Kalanick. Line to left center field, that'll be a base hit. Let's see if that gets him a kickstart. David Bernard walked and bounced into a fielder's choice. Hit it hard, but hit a big hop to the second baseman. Frazier, who made a very nice play again. He's made a couple of nice plays. Got the unassisted force at second base. Hit off the pitcher. They got Bernard at first. Hard shot going up the middle. Boy, another tough break for Lynn. That's a base hit going up the middle. Instead, it turns out to a 1-5-3 putout. Pitcher actually gets an assist. Off his leg, and it didn't die. It deflected right to the third baseman, who was able to throw David Bernard out. So when things are going good for Cape Cod, and when things aren't going good for Lynn, another nice stop by the catcher, Proto. Boy, he's done a nice job behind the plate. In for a strike. Nikolakakis is struck out and tried to check his swing and hit a little pop up to the pitcher. Line shot, got out in front of it and fouled it. Scattered the people down in that picnic area. Nice to see the guys bail out and leave the women to bail for themselves. Swing and a miss. Again, at least one strikeout in every inning. 9 strikeouts for Kalanick. Brett Buckland was called out on strikes and lined a single in the right center field. High and tight for a ball. High and tight again, 2-0. Fishing for ball 3. as you would expect. Buckland taking it all the way. It kind of goes 3-1. Hit to third. Big hop for the third baseman. Just stayed enough on first base to pick that throw. So the leadoff single gets stranded at second base. Once again, Lynn is down to their last 3 outs. We finished 6. Again, that 1 inning by Cape Cod, the difference. Cape Cod 4 runs in the third, and that's it. Cape Cod 4, Lynn nothing at the end of 6. Griffin McDermott, the first baseman, has struck out twice, 1 swinging, 1 called. The second 1 called was against Riza, who's starting his 4th inning of work. Hit foul to the backstop. Down and in. Ten, 1, and 2 for Cape Cod here in the 7th inning. In first strike. Nice stop by Elwell. That curveball broke down and away. Hit to center field. That's going to drop. So a leadoff single by McDermott. It'll bring up the top of the order. Nathan Amica, the center fielder, bounced to the pitcher, singled and scored, struck out swinging. The strikeout came against Nick Riza, and we'll get a pinch runner at first base. I don't know whether there was a ball or a strike. It looked like his right arm came up. But I think he called it a ball. Tries to bunt, fouls it back to the screen. The runner takes off. The ball's hit to center field. Reddy drifts back, makes the play. Tries to throw him out at first. That's it. We're taking a Herculean effort. One away for Michael Frazier, who drilled it to left field. Ouellette made a nice catch for the out. Got hit by a pitch and scored, and flied to center field. Made a couple of nice plays at second base. High and tight for a ball. Hit foul back. Up over the screen, out of play. The runner takes off, hit foul off the catcher. Curveball for strike three on the inside corner. Good pitch. That curve has been hanging inside quite a bit. He got that one to bite the inside corner. The runner stole second on the pitch, so it's second with 2 outs for Nick Carr. He got a base hit his first 2 times up and scored a run. Last time up, he flied out to center field. Takes the pitch for a strike. Waves, good off-speed curveball, way out in front of that one. What a nice pitch by Riza. Down and away. They throw it away. Anderson was going to tag the runner going to third. At the last minute, he decided to throw it, and he threw it away. Air mailed it over David Bernard's head. So the 2-out error. It looked like he could have tagged the runner going to third. And at the last second, he just said, no, I'll throw him out. And he threw it way over the head of David Bernard. So that gives Cape Cod another run to work with. Steven Kalanick, they got him the first time. He struck out with a runner in scoring position. But then he accounted for all 4 runs in the third inning. He doubled with the bases loaded, knocking in 3. Scored later on a sacrifice fly. Last time up, he dumped one into short left field. So he's 2 for 3 with 3 RBI and a run score. He's been involved in all 4 of the runs. And he's done the job on the mound, shutting Lynn out. Waves at that pitch that broke down. Good off-speed pitch by Riza. Nice stop by Elwell on a pitch that broke down and in. Knocked down by David Bernard. Nice play. Takes a hit away from Kalanick and another RBI. That play goes 3-1. But that hole gets a little deeper for Lynn as the unearned run. So Kalanick has got another run to work with. So they're going to change pitches. Kalanick goes 6. Doesn't give up a run. 3 hits, walked 3, struck out 9, and hit a batter. And he's in good shape for the win, leading 5-0. Rosner did a nice job. He gave up the run. It was unearned, the 2-out error. Gave up only 2 base hits, struck out 4. He hit a batter, and he kept Lynn in it.
Coach, one more time. Sorry.
Number 9, O'Rourke in the last spot for McDermott. Yeah.
And then 21 is just open the mountain first. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Magnus Arava will be the new pitcher. And the pitcher, Kalanick, will go to first base. Colin Reddy is struck out and bounced to the pitcher. Cape Cod 3 outs away from forcing the if necessary game. A win here would mean both teams would be 3-1. And the trip to New York would be laid on the lap of the winner of the next game. Line slicing foul past first base. Thought about it. Took a good long look at that one. Followed that ball all the way and just held up. And the pitch broke down and away. Down and away again. Chop foul to the Cape Cod dugout. Chop to third. Big hop. And they throw Reddy out. One up, one down. Zach Elwell thought he had a base hit, lined it into right field. Right fielder Nick Carr turned into an infielder, charged it, picked it, threw him out at first base. Last time up, he struck out swinging. High for a ball. In for a strike. So Lynn had the edge. Winning this one would send them to New York. Cape Cod had to win 2. So Cape Cod has virtually cut it down to where it's a winner-take-all game coming up. Lynn would need a Herculean effort right now with one out and nobody on, down 5-0. Hit to right field, over by the line, into foul territory. Carr tracks it down. Lynn's down their last 2 outs. This is going to virtually be the way the first game was played. Cape Cod had a 1-0 lead. Lynn beat them 6-1. They get 6 runs in 1 inning. Now Cape Cod's going to win this 5-0. They've got 4 runs in 1 inning. In for a strike. Anderson has reached on an error and walked. Curveball hangs high. Solidly hit right to the second baseman, and that's going to do it. Well, Rava comes in and gets a 1-2-3 inning. Only the second 1-2-3 inning of the ball game. Cape Cod gets the job done. They forced the if necessary game by winning it 5-0. They got 3 runs in the 3rd inning after an out. Amica with a base hit, stole second. Frazier got hit by a pitch. Carr just got a base hit. Would have been a double play just over the head of Moretta at second base. They would have had a double play get out of the inning. Instead, it was a base hit. The runners had to hold up to see if it would be caught, so it only loaded the bases. And then Stephen Kalanick, the pitcher, drilled one into left center field for a 3-run double. Wound up going to third on a base hit, scored on a sacrifice fly. He accounted for all 4 runs in the inning. They had a run in the 7th, a single, a stolen base, and after 2 outs, an infield throwing error brought in the 5th run for the unearned run, making it 5-0. Lynn had 2 on in the first. They had 2 on. They had 3 on in the 3rd with 2 outs. They had a runner in the 4th. They had 2 on in the 5th. They had a leadoff single in the 6th. And for only the second time in the ballgame, they went 1-2-3 in the 7th. For Cape Cod, Amica had a base hit, scored a run. Frazier got hit by a pitch, scored a run. Carr had 2 base hits, scored a run. Kalanick had a double, a single, knocked in 3, scored a run, accounting for all 4 of the 5. Labarge had a double and a single. Landry drew a walk, had a sacrifice fly. And McDermott had a base hit, and the pinch runner for him, I believe it was Proto, scored a run in the 7th. For Lynn, Ouellette had a base hit. Luciano had a base hit. David Bernard drew a walk. Brett Buckland had a base hit. Tayshaun Anderson was on twice, an error and a walk. And that was it. They only had 3 base hits, 3 walks, and an error. They only had 7 base runners. And Kalanick was able to be tough with runners on base. So he pitches the shutout. He gets Cape Cod the very important win. And now it's all down now to 1 game. Both teams will go 3-1. Both teams have beat each other. Both teams have done it with 1 big inning. And now they'll have to do it again. The if necessary game coming up here on Channel 15. This one is history. Cape Cod forces the if necessary game, beating Lynn 5-0. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.